Stadium in East Rutherford. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now, Charles, you and I, we've done a lot of games together. Always seems like we're rehashing the same storylines. Turnovers, of course, always a big story. Quarterback play, running backs, yada, yada, yada. But getting ready for this one word kept coming to mind, and that's preparation.
Well, it's critical to be prepared. Physically, mentally. When you think about getting ready for an NFL game, you have to wonder, what will they throw at us that maybe we haven't seen before? 2-minute drill, maybe different things like that. Got to be prepared. You're exactly right.
And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First play and a first throw coming for Hill. And his first pass is incomplete.
We'll have to see what kind of looks this defense is going to throw at him as this game moves along, but they're in the zone to start. I do think we'll see plenty of man coverage as we move along, but the first throw of this one, incomplete.
2nd and 10. Here's Hill. He finds his man, complete. It's Gonzalez. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. He'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for it. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, Peterson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
To throw is Hill. He'll buy some time right. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Hill. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on 1st and goal. So a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack. Now it's Hill. He finds his man, complete. It's Peterson. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Hill. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. The kick by Elliott is good, and the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating 1st downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Now Manziel. Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
19 tight. 19 tight. Let's go now. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Manziel. Flushed out right. And that one complete downfield to Allen. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 51 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice.
Who are your bitch ass talking to, you little faggot ass? Who the fuck goes for the Jets? Who the fuck goes for the Jets? That's a faggot ass team, bro. Get the fuck out of here, fool. You ain't doing shit. Johnny Manziel's trash too, homie.
Point of attack and not giving ground.
They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he picks
Where the fuck you go with this bitch ass? Where you at?
takes it down to the 16.
Or you pussy ass ain't talking shit no more?
Maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working. They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely frees up your guys elsewhere. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the veteran James Harrison. And the Chiefs are going to get possession.
You suck, fool.
As time will run out on this first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Chiefs 3, Jets nothing.
The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. As they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. They'll try the middle with Peterson. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Here's Hill. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. 3rd down, it's Adrian Peterson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down. Here's Hill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Kevontae Turpin. 23 yards for the touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Hits his target. It's Adrian Peterson. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Here's Manziel. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
He finds his man, complete. It's Gonzalez. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tony Gonzalez, 68 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
That'll back to PAT up from the 15 to the 20.
And with the advent of that rule, moving the PAT back to the 15-yard line to begin with, they were no longer kicking normal extra points, were they? They were kicking field goals. This is a longer field goal attempt for them, even though it's only for an extra point.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Here's Hill now after the interception. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
On the move to his left. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. They run over center with Peterson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Hill now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he couldn't square up to throw there, and it falls incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Paul Krause. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. The give to Peterson out of the gun. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And now here is another interception. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
That's going to be caught. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tony Gonzalez, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Oh, and now they're going to fake it to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, it all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did.
And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.